Welcome back to more enjoy another episode of Assassin's Creed 2. Today we continue right where we left off with Ezio climbing a building, running towards a memory marker. I almost said mission. I suppose it's technically a mission. Though they call it memories. They call them memories in these games. This is a memory marker.
What are there? You will not get away.
Yes, I will. Yes, I'm gonna run away. I'll go this way and hide in the thingy. And now wait for you to fuck off. Oh, they're dead. Yeah, they're dead. They've buggered off.
All who need aid are welcome here.
Okay, here we go. Where am I going? Quite the fucking ways, apparently. Oh, 40 meters. Never mind. Think about it. Oh, yes, we're going to talk to... Shit, what's your name?
When I was 6 years old, I fell into the army.
I can't remember what his
I
name
soon
is.
found myself drifting down and into darkness. Certain my life was at an end. Instead, I woke to the sound of my mother weeping. At her side stood a stranger, soaking and smiling at me. My mother explained that he had saved me. And so began a long and prosperous relationship between two families. Yours and mine. I am sorry I could not save your father and brothers.
You have nothing to apologize for. I believe Jacopo de Pazzi played a part in their deaths. The attack on you as well. I need to find him.
That coward fled before we could arrest him.
Have you any
course he did.
leads?
No, they've hidden themselves well.
They?
Jacopo was not the only conspirator to escape.
If they work with Jacopo, they were surely involved in the plot against my family as well. Give me their names.
Antonio Maffei, Archbishop Francesco Salviati, Stefano da Bagnone, and Bernardo Baroncelli.
Bene. I will go and see my uncle. He has men stationed in the countryside.
Wait, before you go,
A codex page.
I took it from the files of Francesco de Pazzi, seeing as he clearly no longer
Not
needs
at
it.
all.
I've always had an interest in things of antiquity, as did your father.
It is meaningful to me as well.
Then consider it a gift. Che il Signore ci protegga.
Lorenzo! Of course he is. Jesus. The Pazzi conspirators. They're all gonna die. Eventually. One at a time.
I've marked the Palazzo Medici on your map. In order to achieve 100% sync with Ezio's life, you should go exploring.
Already done it. Did that at the end of the last episode. Haha, beat you to it, Becca. Bollocks it, I'm on the wrong side. Here we go. Oh, Leonardo. Hey, Leo. Come out a little bit a minute.
Ezio, thank God
Ezio.
you're all right. This madness with the Medici and the Pazzi, is this why you pursued Francesco?
Not exactly.
Well, whatever your reasons, the city's safe again thanks to you. Now tell me, how may I be of service? Ah, another page. Aha, it's a similar cipher to the last one. This won't take long. Interesting. Indeed. I see. It's another blade design. For delivering poison.
Can you build it?
See, it won't take very long. I just need to find a way to hollow out the blade without sacrificing the...
It's all right, Leonardo. Just do what you need to do.
All done. I filled your blade with a bit of poison to start with. Should you run out, just visit a doctor.
Poison. From a doctor.
In high enough doses, that which cures can kill.
I am in your debt once more, my friend.
Anytime, Ezio. Anytime.
Okay, let's go. Next mission. I very rarely use the poison blade. I'm gonna get too close. And you'll likely get spotted before you can deliver the poison. If I get a poison dart, I can't remember in this one. I use the poison dart all the time, just not the poison blade, because you gotta get too... It's not worth the risk of stabbing someone and walking away before people realize. So I don't.
I've quite a few different accessories too.
Come on. Jesus. Nope. There we go.
My apologies.
Okay. Fast travel? Nah. I got the wrong way, haven't I? Yeah. Shit.
Andiamo! Yeah!
Here we go. That's better. Montergioni. Let's go. I think. Yes. Okay. Let's go. Ooh. What's that assassin marker mean? I'm gonna go check that out. Oh, there's an icon for the crypt. No, okay. I just wondered what that was then. I was like, there's no tomb here, is there? No, it's the auditory crypt.
Out of devotional landscape, but I don't mind whatever we caught off the break.
Wait.
A pleasure. Do come again.
I should probably repair it because
Ciao, signori.
just if I don't repair it, it's gonna become more prone to breaking.
I'm sure you did not mean any offense.
Oh. Since when is this an icon? Like I know you can I can still go in through the library to the crypt. Unless this is where a dinghy is. Ding. Oh god. A key thing. What are they called? DNA? No, not DNA. Database. Secondary memories, hang on. Seal! Christ, Jesus. That would have driven me insane, to be honest with you. Ah. Okay. You can read these. I'm just gonna give you enough. Actually, no, I'll read it. Venice, 1296. I was raised in a small house by the Venetian lagoon, within sight of the rough, foam-capped waves of the sea. When I was barely old enough to walk, I became a sailor, navigating the Atlantic first as an apprentice, and then while carrying cargo for my father's patron, Messer Marco Polo. It was a good life. I'm glad of that. Would have sucked if it was a shit life, wouldn't it? Where we going? Oh. Hurt this wall. I don't like that. Ooh, my eye. Shit. Ashore. I saw... Okay. One day, while ashore in the harbour looking for work, I fell in love. She was barely 20, but when I looked into her eyes, the world was reflected back, clearer and brighter than the sun. After that, I still went to sea, but my heart remained on land with the girl who had become my wife and our young son. Is this... I know this is the Auditore family crypt, but is this Giovanni and... Is this Giovanni? No, that would make him 200 years old, Reese. Birthright. One afternoon that summer, Messer Polo called me into his study. My father was already there, beside an older man dressed in a strange hooded cape, watching us. At that moment, everything about my life changed. My father told me that he was an assassin. Moving his ring, he showed me a strange marking on his finger, explained that our family came from an ancient order that protected and defended mankind. Excuse me. Ah. He paused, and then when I didn't speak, Messer Polo stepped forward. He told me that the stranger in the hood would teach me, and in return I would carry him across the Mediterranean to Spain. And so began my apprenticeship with Dante Alighieri. One that was to destroy every bit of happiness I would ever have. Oh, shit. It's a bit... Oh, wait. That's a bit sucky, isn't it? I'm pretty sure I got screenshots of all these, to be honest. Okay, here we go. Do I want to drop down? Yeah. No. I don't think... No. Jesus, that timer's not moving very slowly, is it? Bollocks. No, Ezio! Ezio! Damn it! For fuck's sake, Messer Ezio! So I don't want to go down there. That's just the way back up when I fuck it up. Okay. A mentor. In preparation for our voyage, Messer Alighieri met with me repeatedly. At first, our meetings were about purchasing supplies, but soon they became about higher things, about life, love, honor, and justice. He taught me that society was set up in such a way as to control its members, to stop us from thinking, from seeing. Soon, I could look past all the laws and illusions. I understood that mankind was being used by its rulers, that we, the people, deserve freedom. It was then that Dante began showing me pages from a book that Messer Polo had brought back from the palace of the great Genghis Khan. The manuscript, the codex, was about our order, the assassins. This is the auditory crypt. I don't recall any auditories being around in 12 whatever. Oh, shite. I should throw myself over the edge. Okay, I can do that. Hopefully, this time it doesn't move as fast as the other ones. It's gonna hurt. It's okay. I made it. It's fine. I don't. There's nothing. There's no optional. Don't take damage. An unexpected farewell. Our planned voyage never took place. While returning to Ravenna to pick up the remainder of his belongings, Dante died. Dismayed at the loss of my mentor, I went to inform my father, Messer Polo, of the sad news. Before I could even speak, I was ushered into the study. My father, his face white, locked the door behind me. Shocked, I listened in silence as he spoke. Dante intended to take the Codex to Spain, where it would be safe, but he was being watched. The enemy of the assassins, the Templars, Knights Templar, still existed. I recalled the stories he had told me of the Templars, and it all became clear. Dante had been murdered. The Templars knew about the Codex, and they knew about us. Shaking, my father told me that to take the Codex and leave for Spain at once with my wife and child. As Messer Polo ushered me out the door, he handed me a small piece of paper with a number on it. With this number, I could draw on his credit more ducats than I had ever seen in my life at any bank in Italy. Okay. But you're taking the Codex to Spain. Well, clearly it didn't make it to Spain. Keep in mind now is... Oh no, they're Italian, aren't they? Polo, he's Italian. So obviously he's going to Spain to make it safe, but then he's coming back to Italy with his family. Makes a bit more sense. At sea. We set sail that night, the ship filled with cargo to sell in the markets at Barcelona. At first, all was well. Then, to avoid a coming storm, we laid anchor in the Otranto harbour. Cloaked in darkness, the pirates came. I didn't see them until they were already boarding my ship. I hid with my family in the hold, pulling out the Codex. I ran the worn leather cover through my hands, then broke the spine. The pages slid silently onto the floor. I scattered them into chests, boxes, and containers I was carrying. Into the chest box and containers I was carrying to the market. The men who found us were drunk. I could smell it on their breath. When they asked for the Codex, I knew who had sent them. Holding back my rage, I said that I had thrown it overboard. They started to laugh. The two held me down, still grinning, while the rest cut off my wife's shoes. Clothes. She begged for mercy until her voice gave out. Once they were done, they threw her into the sea. They took my cargo and sunk my ship and left me adrift, clinging to a piece of railing. I made it to the beach with my son. My wife's body washed up on shore the next morning with the tide. Jesus. Okay. That looks like it's it. Like that's the final place. Cool, done. Open the door. Give me a sec. A new name. I never saw the sea again. Making my way to Florence, I rented a small room and then visited the bank. I had memorized Polo's account number. With the vast sum I now had at my disposal, I went to Venice in disguise to find my father. I returned to Florence the next day. Both Polo and my father were already dead. From that moment forward, I collected treatises on architecture, studied the classics, and took vocal lessons. I adopted the name Auditore, impersonating a noble at the Florentine court. Accepted as one of their own, I took on the trappings of nobility and constructed this villa for me and my son. And then I hunted them. I raised my son to fight, to find the Codex, and to kill Templars. Together we would regain the honor of my wife and avenge the death of my father. Two debts that could never be repaid. To the auditory that reads this, remember, you are not a nobleman. You are not one of the deceivers. You are one of the people. Avengers. Presumably Ezio's grandfather. If in Florence and he was auditore, presumably his son is Giovanni. This is me now assuming that Giovanni is the older brother. It could well be Mario, but I'm assuming that Giovanni is the older brother. I'm not sure, so don't like quote me on that or anything. Why can't I read whose tombs they are? Obviously they're auditory, so probably grandparents of Ezio. I'm not sure. It's probably safe to assume that. But, okay. Let us go and talk to Mario. Presumably them talking to Mario, I'm not sure. Oh, for God's sake. I should have done it afterwards. I forgot that it led me outside the city. Damn it. I have to go. No, wait, it should be horses somewhere, right? Yeah. Cool. Do one more mission. Okay.
Sick and wounded.
Careful, please, John.
Okay. Here we are. I don't think I've picked up any new feathers. I'm not sure. I'm gonna go check. Nope, not Claudia. The chest. Not just yet. Obviously they're all frames for paintings you can buy in the art stores. Oh, do you get some feathers? Okay. And they do actually show up, and it's kind of cool. I'm assuming I added 3. Yeah. Stop the architect. Improve Monteriggioni a bit.
Buongiorno.
Buongiorno, mio amico.
Salute, Ezio.
I may just end it after.
Shall we
Actually,
take a
I'll
look
end it
at the
after
list?
this. I don't know how long I've been going. It feels like enough. Go. Brothel, no. Increase. Let's do barracks. Okay. Can I afford anything else? I don't think so. Ooh, another tailor. I know I didn't have to spend all my money then, but fuck it. Right.
Buon viaggio!
See? Quite a bit of increase in the thing. Okay. So, I'm going to end this one here. Thank you for watching this episode of Assassin's Creed. If you'd like to push the like button, if you're new, hit subscribe to join Movie Drive. I post something daily, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye!